Hey, everybody, welcome to the program. Hey, it's your pal here. They call me Uncle Bruce. My viewers gave me this name back in January 2021 when I started going on the air every day to try to fill you in what was going on in the stock market in plain English. And it's kind of stuck, and so here I am, your buddy, Uncle Bruce. Welcome to my channel, Stock Markets with Bruce. We spent a lot of money on research to come up with that one. Nice to have you here. Thank you for the thumbs ups every day that you are here every time. I cannot begin to tell you how much I appreciate it. YouTube is promoting our channel. We seem to be attracting more viewers every week lately, but I think part of that has to do with the events in the world, along with certain stocks doing certain things. But hey, I appreciate those of you here. Sorry about the lack of hair, but never had hair, so there's that. Nice to have you in the house. I got a poll question going this morning, and I want you to, if you could take the time to answer it, and while that you're doing that, hit the thumbs up at the same time. The question is, if you were being offered an 8-month severance package, would you take it? Is that enough money for you to say, you know what, I'm going to take that dough and I'm going to rearrange my trading account so that I can become a full-time option writer and not necessarily go back to work? Would it be that some of you, this is a yes or no question on the poll question. You can't give me any more details. If you want to give me details, you can just type them in here in the comments. But it makes me wonder, if there are people out there making $80,000 a year, $7,000 a month, or is it that much money, $6,500 a month? 8 times 7 is $56,000, less taxes. Would you get a check for 35 grand in one shot, or would you get a check every month for 8 months? You wouldn't get it up front. You'd get it in installments. Let's say, if you had a deal like that, would you take that kind of a deal to become a full-time writer? I guess if you feel that you have enough assets handy that you can start writing options now, and you've got an 8-month window to not go and search for a job right away with somebody else, that you can now, hang out here, grab the classes that I'm offering on my website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca, and start learning how to write options. In 3 months from now, you have a pretty good handle whether or not this is for you or not. Maybe that's all you'd need, is a 2-3 month time frame. You've started writing options. You started with 2 or 4 or 5 here and a few there, and you've listened to me, and you've liquidated your stocks. You've sold off everything. You sold your ETFs. You got the hell out. You're sitting on a mountain of money, cash only, and you're now writing credit spreads or cash secured puts on positions. And you're sitting there going, yeah, I'm earning daily interest on the cash I've got sitting here. That's a good thing. And I'm bringing in capital from option shrinkage, credit spreads for income, and cash secured puts for nice little payoffs. I don't think I have to go back to work full time anymore. For some of you, it might be a ticket where you might go, I think I'm going to go back to work, but only part time. I can get part time work for 20, 30 hours a week. And I'll make maybe $3,000 a month, $2,000 a month part time. And I'll trade options for the remainder of my income. And all of a sudden, my option profits don't need to be $6,000 or $7,000 a month. My option profits, if I can make it $3,000 or $4,000 a month and then part-time it, I'm a happy guy. Now, for some of these folks who are getting these payoffs, if there are civil servants taking this offer, or any of you taking an offer for 8 months' salary to walk, and you're being released with your 401k, that you now control your 401k, and you can put it into a cash position. You can put it into, convert it into a Roth IRA, or in the case of, in Canadians scenarios, Canadians might have savings plans at work that are through retirement savings accounts. You now convert those retirement accounts into self-administered retirement or RSPs, and now you can control those funds yourself, just like in the United States with your own IRA. This might motivate a lot of you to say, yeah, I am going to become a full-time option writer to administer my retirement funds and my outside funds And I've got 8 months here to, work on it. If you get the one check, the 35 grand up front, or 25 or 70, or whatever the money is, I don't know how much it is. You get that one check up front, net of tax. That might be the instigator to allow you to rearrange your finances. And you might find that, I got 2 credit cards that are 15 grand. I'm going to get rid of those right now, and that's going to lower my cost of living by probably $500-600 a month in minimum payments plus interest. That means my pressure to make money has just gone down by $600 a month. Maybe you are going to rearrange your other finances and your accounts so that you can now maximize revenues from options, and get a part-time job on the side to kind of keep your sanity or stay in touch. Or you may find that you're a consultant. You're now able to act as a consultant to corporations that work for the government. So you're out of the civil service, but you're now back to servicing the civil service through a consulting contract from home where you really want to be, and you're charging $200 an hour, and you weren't getting anywhere near that as a full-time employee. There are probably civil servants who are going to have a shock of their life. The shock of their life over the next 6 months. They're going to walk from the government, take the money. They're going to turn around and find that they can do consulting work for companies that need their expertise from inside the civil service, and are going to be paid more money than they've ever thought possible. And they might only work 20 hours a week and make double what they used to make at work. And then some of them are going to become followers of this channel and start writing options. Unbelievable. What's my advice to any of you out there who are being offered an 8-month payout? There's no one statement I can make for you. There's no one, because some of you are, 10-year veterans. I don't know how long you've had to be employed by the government to get this offer. Some of you are 10-year employees, 15, 20, 25, and 30. You're all over the map, of course. There are, of course, civil servants who are working for a paycheck, living paycheck to paycheck, because they've gone in debt big time. They got big mortgages, big credits, because they have the steady check from the government that they get every 2 weeks. So, they never thought they'd get laid off. All of a sudden, they're being offered 2/3 of a year's of money in one shot to take a hike, and their pension now can be managed by themselves. For some, it's a disastrous situation. For others, it could be very lucrative and attractive to take. And for others, it'll be a life changer, complete reorganizer of their finances. And they may find that, they're going to immediately find work doing something else while taking this money in, paying off thousands in debts to lower their cost of living so that the job they find doesn't have to make as much to get by on. And yet they may find they get a job just as lucrative as they have had in the civil service, or better. And they're ahead, like thousands ahead. Who knows? We'll see what happens. This will all come out in the media over the next 6 months to a year, and we'll kind of go from there. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Who do I contact, Weber? How do I get this deal? How about those? How about that deal? I think for some people, it's going to be a real shock and a scary time, because they realize that if I don't take this deal, and not enough civil servants take this deal, there could be furloughs, and that's the worst case scenario, because now your department is going to give you a 3 months notice that you're out of here, and now you walk with very little. Here you're walking with an offer. So back and forth. I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I'm curious to know, what do you think? If you were in that position, what would you do? 89 of you have answered my poll question so far. And if you can find it, by all means, let me know what you think. 73% of you are saying, yes, I would. I would take that deal. I'm out of here. Give me the money and I'm gone. 27% say, no, I won't take that deal. Now we have 90 votes and 76 thumbs up so far. Thank you for that. Keep them coming, kids. Thank you for joining me. I was talking about what I'm going to tell you about now. I've already mentioned to my Gold Bagel members on the Gold Bagel alert show. If you're not familiar with this channel, there are ways to be part of the family here. If you're a daily follower, you know this. If you're not a daily follower, you're new to this channel. You can just watch me right now for free, and whether you're a Prime member of YouTube or not, you're just watching me for nothing. You can also follow this channel as a member of the channel. There's a $10 a month option. It's called Chillin' with Uncle Bruce level, and that allows you to make comments here when I go member comment only towards the opening, when we start opening the market. Or you can become you can join the penthouse of this channel. You can become one of those gold bagel members, that logo way up there. You can join the penthouse, and that gives you access to a show I do on this channel before I start this show. So today at 8 o'clock Eastern, I went live for just Gold Bagel members. And on Wednesday nights, which is tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern time, I will be live just for Gold Bagel members only. Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce, where we talk trades, option trades. And you can tell me option trades you're doing, or option trades you're thinking about doing, or option trades you're wondering about doing, or what's my opinion on this trade or that trade, or this particular position or that particular position. It's a great way to talk with me and to each other live after the markets are closed, after, of course, 7 p.m. Eastern, where we can get into what's really happening out there and what's the best move for your portfolio. So if you want to become part of that family, join this group here. It costs you $25 a month, but I swear to you, I do everything I can to make that $25 a month membership become a joke. Because look, if I can help you become a better option writer, and you can write 10 covered calls or 10 cash secured puts, and instead of bringing in $450 a contract, you bring in $460 a contract. Instead of bringing in $4,500, you're bringing in $4,600. There's your $25 a month right there for 4 months, and that is an absolute nothing burger example. There are people here who have made thousands of dollars more money because they are Gold Bagel members. Because it has, I come out with trading suggestions in the Gold Bagel member show as well that have helped people make a ton of money. I just need to help you make $300 a year more than you would otherwise to justify the cost of this membership for the whole year. One trade that makes you $300, your Gold Bagel membership is free. So up to you. Okay, join me tonight at 7 Eastern. Now, what I talked about this morning on the Gold Bagel member program at 8 o'clock Eastern was the fact that this past Sunday, the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs football game, the word is out this morning that 57 million people watched that football game. Wow, that's a lot of folks. And the NFL is pleased, of course, but advertising analysts are trying to figure out if this is good or not. Are the right 57 million people watching this game? Who is making up the 57 million people who are watching this football game? This is what advertisers want to know. All the agencies, all the folks with Mad Men, they want to know who is watching that football game to make up a 57 million person audience on the television network. And of course, this will translate right into the Super Bowl in less than 2 weeks now. Are we going to have 125 million people watching the Super Bowl? Who is it that is watching? Now, we know, without question, everybody watches the Super Bowl. That's what we say. But only a third of Americans watch the Super Bowl. Maybe 40% watch the Super Bowl live. Nonetheless, of the 40% or 120 million, whatever the number is going to be, there are millionaires, billionaires, millionaires, thousandaires, and unemployed. It goes right across the spectrum. So, of course, we're talking every demographic you can imagine. If you are an advertiser, if you are an advertising agency, you want to go to your clients to say yes or no, should you advertise on the Super Bowl? Or should you advertise on the pregame show? Should you advertise on the post-game show? Well, if at all, if you're in any way getting involved with the Super Bowl and the hype up to it, should you be advertising your product and services? Now, for the Buffalo game, Buffalo KC game, 57 million people showed up to watch that game. How many were high-enders? How many of those folks were looking for a BMW to replace their old car? How many were looking to buy a Cadillac? How many were looking to buy a pickup truck? How many were looking for Lay's potato chips? How many were looking for beer? Or how many would be influenced by a KFC ad? This is the proverbial question. Is it worth a brand, a company, to advertise on this game? I'll tell you, the number one advertiser on NFL football games, NBA basketball games, NHL hockey games, and baseball, you know who it is. The number one advertiser now on these sports events, DraftKings and all the betting sites, all the online betting providers are the biggest advertisers going after a certain demographic of the audience. And who are they after? Male viewers, mainly men 35 and younger. That's who they're after, because 69-year-old farts are not sitting in front of their computers or TVs and betting like wild men on the outcome of the sports game. The 35-year-old, the 25-year-old, the recent college graduate, the still in college individual, the high schooler, and the junior high schooler. The disturbing trend is that a very high number of gamblers in the sports betting field, where you have a different bet available almost every minute of every game now, is increasingly 13 to 20-year-old men. And they're not men, they're boys. And this is scary. There are a lot of parents out there who are not aware that their children, their 13-year-old boys, their 14-year-olds, their 16-year-olds, have opened betting accounts under their parents' internet accounts to wager money through DraftKings. And they've been given a $200 advance as a sign-up bonus to gamble away, and they're talking to their friends on their phones, on their laptops, to each other, the instant messaging. They're not hanging out at the playground. They're not taking their mountain bikes for rides out in the hills. They're in the rec room downstairs in their bedrooms watching football, baseball, basketball, hockey, and making wagers on these games as they're being played, on every bet being offered by these sites. And they're wagering money that grandma and grandpa gave them for Christmas. They've deposited the dough through an ATM into their bank accounts, and they've linked their accounts into the sports betting business. And it is scary what is going on. Billions of dollars being wagered. And now the question is, for the 57 million viewers, how many of those were 20 million viewers of the 57 million gambling on the game itself? Was it 30 million of the 57 million? Which means, in reality, when the commercials are on from Cadillac and Chrysler and McDonald's and KFC and Chanel, whoever's advertising on the games, other than the sports betting outfits, what are these 20, 25, 30 million viewers doing? They're not watching the ads. They're not going to buy an F-150 if you're 16 years old. You're not going to buy an F-150. They're talking to each other on their phones and devices about the bets that they're making. They're comparing with each other how they're doing. Fantasy football leagues, another form of gambling. Unbelievable. And it's being promoted by the very outfits that are carrying the games themselves through their pregame shows, their halftime report shows. There was a time that halftime was dedicated to analyzing the game in the first half on NFL football. Nowadays, you get 30 seconds of highlights with that screaming music in the background that we can't stand. And then we get all kinds of fluff reporting, and a lot of it has to do with wagering odds. Welcome to the new party, pal. The world of the 8-second attention span. It used to be good enough to buy the latest version of the Steve Madden version of the betting platform, not the betting platform, the Steve Madden game, EA Sports or whatever it was called. Young males would play on their devices the Steve Madden NFL football game on their televisions through their Xbox and what have you. Now it's no. I'm playing the real thing. I'm gambling on how many yards this quarterback is going to throw in the first quarter, in the first half. I'm going to gamble which receiver catches footballs. I'm gambling on fumbles. I'm gambling on turnovers. I'm gambling on how many field goals, how many zillions of bet possibilities are being thrown at these guys. It's endless. And governments are addicted to all of it, and so is the league. The NFL, MLB, NHL, NBA, and governments are all in on it, because this used to be the purview of your local bookie who would allow you to wager $20 on the outcome of the game. Now the bookie is an online app that offers you different parlay bets left, right, and center for $1 a bet or more. And there are people betting thousands of dollars during the game. And at the end of the game, they go, oh, I lost $150. Oh, well, I lost $150. Yeah, well, there were 1 million people that lost $150. 150 was made in profits, and it got split between governments, the leagues, the promoters, and of course the winners. There are not all losers. There were some winners. But at the end of the day, the amount of money being paid back to the gamblers versus collected, there's always a discrepancy there. You might wager $2 billion in wagers, but you're only paying out $1.6 billion in winnings. There's $400 million in profits sitting in there, and everyone's getting a slice, including the leagues themselves. There's your game right there going on. And I mention all of that just to say to you guys, look, if sports betting is responsible to attract 57 million viewers to admittedly an exciting conference final football game between the Bills and the Chiefs, how many of those are day gamblers, game gamblers? 10 million to 30 million of them. This is massive. If that is what's going on there, I have fantastic news for those of you hanging out here, because you who are hanging out here on this little tiny puny channel on YouTube, I mean, I'm a nothing burger channel in the big scheme of views. Every one of you here have an opportunity to scoop cash from gamblers who are coming in for a thrill. They're not investors, they're thrill seekers coming into the option market, willing to play long odds to make money on options. And I'm telling you, if you understand how options actually work and the inner workings of how they're created, how they lose their values, how contracts that are written with 3 weeks to go, how they depreciate a week from now and another week from now, you understand these nuances. You understand the psychology of the other player in the equation. There's you, the house, the casino, and there's the gambler buying your contracts. If you understand their mentality, their thinking, why would they pay you so much money for a contract that from watching and taking my lessons, hanging out with Uncle Bruce and the family, they're worthless. They have absolutely zero chance of having any value at the end of their contract life. And if they have a chance of any value at all, you have rollover possibilities to reset the odds yet again in your favor. This is where you are the superior force to make money, and everyone out there is just handing it to you. You've got to learn how to accept other people's money, willingly accept it, that are dying to give it to you. They want in on the action. You've got to allow them in to your casino, to let them hand you gobs of money that you're going to haul interest income on that will annihilate any dividend you've ever received from any reputable company out there. And you will also enjoy shrinkage profits and swings in the market. All of this is working for you if you're here. And yet you're asking yourself, Uncle Bruce, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I had a friend of mine who told me about you at work or, on the golf course or at a bar the other day. I had a friend of mine who's been bragging about you to me for months. And I come in here and I watch you just babble on about sports betting, and you babble on about this and all of that. And you're trying to tell me that your puny little crap channel that has no fancy graphics, no fancy anything other than a cheap background back there where your hands disappear when you move them too fast. You're telling me you can help me understand the option market so I can make a bunch of money on it? And I say, yeah, that's what's happening here. Because you don't need a fancy dancy YouTube channel to get the info you actually need to make money in this market. You have to be smarter than the other guy, the other gal, the other desperado. You're not as desperate as they are because you don't have to be as desperate as they are. The revelation around here is that people find out when they hang out here for a little while that even if they've got 5 or 10 grand, which is absolutely nothing in the brokerage business, 5, 10 grand. I mean, there's firms that won't let you walk in the front door if you got 10 grand. With as little as that, you can be an option writer. There are firms out there, I mean, big time Wall Street brokerage offices and outfits that have created apps for online trading. Don't mind me, I'm trying to get the scum off my glasses. They have created apps for online trading that invite $5,000 and $10,000 investors, or gamblers, I guess, to come on in to buy contracts, buy and flip contracts all day long. They also will allow you to come on in and become your own little casino where you are writing and selling these contracts to the very same gamblers, because you actually are Wall Street's best friend. You're a client they want. Wall Street wants your business. Wall Street will make money from you. Don't worry. Don't think you're stealing from Wall Street. You're helping them get richer as well, but they'll help you get richer. They will allow you to open up a practice account. You watch a couple of my classes, class number 1, class number 2, and open up a practice account with any of these brokerage firms that allow you to trade stocks and options all you want. You can write options in practice accounts risk-free, following what we talk about here, and just try to mimic what some of these folks are doing and just say, well, I'm just going to do what these guys are doing and see if they make money or not. I'll see for myself in these live practice trading accounts whether these guys actually make anything or not. That's one thing. Wall Street will give you that for nothing. And on top of everything else, they'll let you write options. And some of these firms will only charge you commission to do the first leg of your trade. The second leg of your trade, to close out your position, they won't charge you any commissions. They want you to be casinos. They want you to help them attract gamblers into the biz so that these gamblers who are flipping their $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $50,000, $200,000 over and over and over and over again keep on doing it. That's what they want. And if you can help increase liquidity in the options market by offering options for sale, they want you in there because you are adding to the liquidity of a $5 trillion a week market. That's what's going on here. And yet I'm only talking to 226 people right now. It just kills me. I go for a walk in this neighborhood, but you see that photo behind me? I go for a walk in this neighborhood, and I'm surrounded by people who are here for the winter, hanging out in $500,000 to $800,000 condos. That's kind of what they go for around here, $500,000, $800,000. Not one person stops me and says, "Hey, aren't you Uncle Bruce? I see you on YouTube every day. You help me. You're helping me be here." I can't believe how much money I've made from your channel. Yet I get comments like this all the time. I get these comments over here. I get these emails all the time. But with 219 people watching me live, I don't have 2.1 million people watching me live. And maybe that's a good thing for you, because if there were millions more option writers, I have a suspicion the prices for options would be less because there'd be more available. And so while you're here and while you're taking my classes for $200 a class, which is a joke, I'm still cheap on my classes. You're buying classes for $200 a shot, and you're learning how to make thousands of dollars a trade for the rest of your life in this option market. I say take it and look at the evidence that's in front of you, that I don't have to try to find it. It's being shown to you by all these media sources. The 57 million people watching the ball game between the Chiefs and the Bills, and the estimates are tens of millions of those folks were gambling on the game on their phones while the game was being played. This is the gambling culture that's out there. And I know you know people. I know that you know people that are addicted to sports gambling, and that you are aware of maybe some friends or relatives or associates at work whose children are addicted to sports gambling. They used to be addicted to video games. Now they're addicted to sports gambling sites. And as soon as these young males, females, but I think mainly males, as soon as they turn 18, they're allowed to gamble. And 21, they're allowed to gamble. You can't stop them now. They're on their own. How many college kids are at their dorms right now plotting their next set of wagers for tonight's NHL hockey games, NBA games? How many are plotting gambling games for the upcoming drafts? How many are going to be gambling for the NCAA tournament coming up? The NCAA has always been the number one sports betting moneymaker for Las Vegas. For decades, it's bigger than the Super Bowl. How many gazillions of college kids in the United States who have student loans? You know these student loans are $100,000 to $400,000 by the time they graduate. How many of these kids are going to try to risk a couple of $100 to turn it into a couple of $1,000 to help with just their expenses and not borrow as much from the student loan line of credit they've got? How desperate are these guys? After the second year, they're 150 grand into their debt hole, and they know they're going to be 300,000 in the hole when they graduate. You think some of these kids are going to take bets that are, $200 to make 15,000? Yeah, they're desperate. Damn right they are. They are so deep into it. And if they lose a ton of money, that is student loan money, in gambling, it's even worse. Just saying, the stock market is the other place they're going to, because it's all on your phone. As convenient it is for you to write contracts, it's as convenient for gamblers to buy your contracts. It's a two-sided coin. There's always one and the other. As Stock Jockey likes to say from time to time, welcome to the party, pal. Nice to have you here. It's kind of scary out there, don't you think? Just a little kind of scary out there. It's unbelievable. Thank you all for joining me this morning from wherever you are today. It's great to have you here. It's nothing personal, I'm not slamming sports betting. I'm not against it. I'm not slamming Las Vegas. I'm not slamming that, but I'm admitting to myself, and I'm saying it to you, the culture and acceptance of gambling in North America in particular, but certainly also Europe, has completely changed in the last 50 years. When I was a young man at age 19, 50 years ago, gambling was verboten. I mean, Canada only just barely announced the allowability of lotteries in its own country. I remember in 1976 was when Canada allowed lotteries to exist because the city of Montreal and the government of Canada was on the hook for billions of dollars of cost overruns for the Montreal Summer Olympics. That's what caused gambling in Canada. The Montreal Summer Olympics were so badly mismanaged by the city of Montreal and the Olympic committees and everybody else that all the money ABC television paid Montreal to broadcast the games covered virtually nothing of the multi-billions in losses of those games. And Canada, for a decade, paid off the bill of the Olympics in Montreal in 1976. And the National Lottery was created. The Olympic Lottery, literally the Olympic Lottery was created for Canadians coast to coast to buy $10 tickets. $10 tickets in 1976-77. $10 today, it's like $50 a ticket. People were buying $10 lottery tickets because the first prize was $1 million. Just like Dr. Evil. $1 million. Ooh. Hugely successful, massively successful. The government had no idea they could bring in that much money. Governments could not believe that this much cash would come in. We only have to pay out 54% of all the money we bring in. We keep 46% less our costs. Our costs are 10 cents on the dollar, 15 cents on the dollar. This is a joke. We're hauling in tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars per draw. My God, we have to have a draw every week. This is unbelievable. And of course, the gambling business took off because governments figured out that the bookies make a lot of money out there. We got to get into this business. Welcome to this party, pal. Well, welcome to the show. Welcome, Big E, Richard Carlin. Thank you, George. Thank you for being here. Pappy J, Mark, Deep Value, Andre. Thank you for all these thumbs ups, you guys. Free Range, Louis, D.H. Ruda, Keith, Just Truth, ALA, Jimmy, Chase, Rosita, Mandu, Jay, Gil, Corinne. Thank you all for popping in here. I appreciate you all coming through. Mike's not happy with Trump. Eddie is here. Robert, Walter, Jeff Glass, Faber Day. Good morning. Who do I contact about the severance package? I want this deal. Yes, but still, I would feel comfortable. I would just need the amount you talk about for a month. How much money would I get for this deal? Let's see what happens here. SoFi, S&P, market cap, say something, anything. Bruce, say something. Please talk. Jeff, hey, Bruce, you are operating from a place of normalcy. There is nothing normal about what's going on here. I would not trust that severance would be paid from this administration. The man, Jeff, that's not how severance packages work. You can't just not pay it. Mike says, well, we'll see what happens here. Mark, here's the states. I still need healthcare, so that would not work for me. Matt, big shakeup for sure. I do know we're selling more Toyota hybrids in Northern Virginia to people who have to go back into the office now. Interesting enough. Farmall, Super C. Hey, full-time Fed here. Received the offer by email last night. I'm not taking the offer. Very interesting. Danny, let's make some money today. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Healthcare, the man says healthcare is the one thing I think Uncle Bruce doesn't mention enough when talking about quitting working and making options your full-time income. Have to account for healthcare costs, which is outrageous in the U.S. And that is why some folks here, they don't quit their day jobs because option writing is working until they make at least double their day job money. They know that I've got to buy my own healthcare insurance. So I'm going to make sure I'm earning double what I make at work before I quit my day job, and then that way I can afford it. I understand. For some of you, and for some Americans, it's shocking. They find out that by doing some research and looking into the possibility of travel, long-term, slow travel, they realize that by doing that and investigating that, they can buy healthcare outside America that covers them worldwide except in America. And what they're paying in premiums is shockingly low. They cannot believe that they can get catastrophic healthcare insurance around the planet, many, 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 many countries around the planet that are easily reachable by one flight gets you there. And there are people buying healthcare coverage for Europe, in Africa, in Asia. It's unbelievable for way less than they're paying now. with deductibles back in the USA. Check it out yourself on YouTube anytime you want. There are literally hundreds of YouTubers out there who have channels that are Americans who have left America to travel full-time for maybe a year or two or three or four or five. They might be in their 40s, their 60s, their 70s. They're all over the place demographically. A lot of them are empty nesters. Admittedly, they're empty nesters. There are a ton of Americans who are self-employed, digital nomads, we call them, that are either market participants or have online businesses or do online consulting and have left the United States to enjoy a much better lifestyle for them somewhere else. And they buy healthcare through Alliance or through some of these other massive insurance companies on a global basis. And they cannot believe the cost differential of how cheap it is to get healthcare. People are going to Malaysia or going to Singapore, going to Taiwan, going to Peru, Ecuador, many countries all over Europe, and they're able to get healthcare services almost instantaneously. I mean, not in 5 minutes, but within days, they can make an appointment with a specialist and get in. They go to campuses for healthcare. They don't go to a doctor's office. They go to a campus where everything is done on that campus, from broken bones, cuts, to heart attacks, to replacement of organs. And they go in for full body scans, and they go in for consulting for whatever their ailments are, or just a health check. And they're paying a fraction of what it costs in the United States. This is where Americans are just, their jaws fall down, and they realize, I'm getting ripped off in America, like big time. And my employer is in on it, because I've got this plan through work, and if I quit my job, I lose my coverage and I can't get a job. I can join another company, but I can't get health coverage with the other company because I have a pre-existing condition. I'm locked into my employer unwillingly. I leave the country on a trip, and I can buy healthcare internationally with no preconditions whatsoever. Oh my God. And I can buy medication outside of the United States for 1/10 the price. It's the same stuff I'm buying here. It's an absolute game changer. And the man, you are correct on this comment, that people will not leave their jobs because of healthcare. I totally get it. Anyway, there it is. Charlie, I've got 8 years left to retirement in order to collect my full pension. I'm working on my options account balance in the meantime. Once I'm making $1,500 a week steady, then I'll quit, pension or not, because you can make way more money than what your pension will ever be. Jim, can I start writing options with $1,000? Maybe, maybe not. Some firms, it depends on the brokerage firm you're dealing with, they won't let you do option writing unless you have at least $2,000 or $5,000. I can't answer this question. I don't even know where you are. I would generally say if you have only got $1,000, you need to save some more, because you're not, you just seriously, you don't have very much money into the game at all. But hey, you can always look for yourself. I'm not here to talk to $1,000 investors. Generally speaking, I am talking to people with 5, 10, 20, 50,000 and more. Maybe I don't want to sound pretentious, but I'm just talking to folks who are already in the market or have been in the market from time to time in the past. They've got 5, 10, 20 grand, and they're getting 3 to 4% a year, and they're going, Bruce, this is just ridiculous. Or I've got folks with retirement accounts that I've got accounts that are an account that's worth 30 grand. And I got 15 years left to work. And there's no way that this account, the way it is going to be worth enough money for me to retire off of it. I mean, there's no way. So I've got to improve my results right now. And so there you go. Jeff Glass, Uncle Bruce, any chance you would sponsor a nice American to work in Canada? I will root for your favorite hockey team. It feels like the time to get out of here. I don't know if Canada's for you. I really don't know if Canada is for you. It might be actually Peru. It might be Ecuador. It might be another country entirely. It might be a middle Latin America country like Costa Rica. It might be Panama. It might be somewhere in Europe. You have to look at the whole thing. If you're just throwing Canada out there to be nice to me, I appreciate it. Canada's a nice place. America's a nice place. It just depends on your demographic. There's the catch. But there are countries out there very eager to welcome North Americans into their country through a gig kind of deal, like I said, digital nomad kind of visa, a retirement visa. There are some countries that'll allow you in if you can prove you have a $1,500 a month income level. That's all you need to get residency and a passport, and now you qualify for their national health care system. Most Americans have no clue how easy it is for so many of them to get out, if that's what they wanted. I'm not saying get out, but for some, the getting out is the first step of seeing the rest of the planet and get rid of the blinders and go, okay, I'm not moving to Venezuela. Okay, fair enough. I'm not moving to Argentina. Okay, fair enough. I'm not moving to Russia. Okay. But maybe there is another country where you might be very comfortable being a resident of, but you don't live there very much. It could well be that you are a resident of a country, but you're traveling the world from that country and coming to America once in a while to see friends and relatives, and then you're leaving again. This is the new lifestyle for a lot of people out there. YouTube channels exist for you to look it over. Some folks are impossible to watch. They're just so full of themselves. Others are very easy to watch. You have to just scour it and see for yourself. It's totally up to you, though. I'm here, though, to try to help you make money in the option market. And if you can make money in the option market, you can go anywhere. One little fun fact. If you need $5,000 or $7,000 or $10,000 a month to afford your lifestyle in Canada or the United States, you might be completely shocked to know that you might be able to move to another country with first world standards of everything, where you only need a third of the amount of money that you need for your hometown. And this is the big reveal for a lot of people in Canada and the United States and elsewhere. They go, my God, I'm working my butt off to just hold water, stay alive. Many of you out there, many people out there have children that are, 8 to 15, and you think you're grounded, you're stuck. You're not. You can get out. You just have to do some homework. You have to find it. You've got to get off your duff, because the United States isn't going to tell you the best country to live in for your demographic. Neither is Canada. They're going to keep taking what you're giving them. Your city, town, your county, your state, your country will want tax revenue from you to keep everything running the way it is, good or bad, it doesn't matter. And healthcare is a wild card in the United States. Healthcare is a private business, generally speaking, and you are making billionaires even bigger billionaires. And so if you have fallen into this, that you've been hoodwinked into believing that the best healthcare in the world is the United States healthcare system, then knock yourself out and keep paying for it. But many people have figured out that's not quite true. I can get world-class healthcare. Those what do they call those machines? You put into the machine, and they scan your body for diseases and stuff. Those are everywhere. They're not just in America. Okay, top-notch doctors are everywhere, not just in the United States. And so a lot of Americans find out, my God, I can get healthcare for my wife and I and my children. We can do this all in for $500, $600, $700 a month. Less than $1,000 a month, maybe half what we pay in America, maybe a third of what we pay in America, and there are no deductibles and there's no pre-existing condition deals. What? It's an eye-opener, but you'll never know it unless you try to find it. And so if you're got the blinders on and America or nothing, Make America Great Again, I'm not interested in anyone else. Knock yourself out and enjoy yourself and make all the money you can. I hope you do well. But for some folks out there, they've gone, I'm going to take a look around, and it may or may not be for me, because there are people who do leave the U.S. or shop elsewhere and find that for them, it's not any better. Great. Okay. Well, now you know. But for others, they're going, I had no idea I could do this. I couldn't believe I could move to France. I didn't know I could move to Spain. I didn't know I could move to Italy. I didn't know I could go to Germany. I didn't know I could go to Malta. I didn't know I could live in Singapore. I didn't know I could even think about moving to Malaysia. I had no idea. I never thought of it. It never occurred to me. Or I could travel and be in Malaysia for 3 months and be in Singapore for 2 or 3 months at a time. And I could live in Taiwan, or I could move to Australia for a while, or I just slow travel to New Zealand, Australia, Indonesia, Malaysia, and there's a whole year of travel, and I can live for a fraction of what I pay here at home, which means I'm going to sell everything here at home. I'm going to dump my 20-year-old furniture. I'm going to close off my apartment, sell my used car, and I'm going to go liquid. I'm going to be an online option writer here, anywhere I want to be on the planet. And I'm going to search for my next country to live in, but it might take me 2 years to find it. So I'll travel here, I'll travel here, I travel here. And if it's all a failure, I end up coming back to America where I want to come back to America. Maybe I end up in a state that I don't live in now. Having known that I have seen these places, and I've ranked them from top to bottom, and I've decided that I'm going to be a digital nomad in my own country, and I'm going to travel a lot more going forward. That might be the end result. I don't know. It's up to you. Welcome all to the program. Anyway, there you go. I go to Mexico. Go to Mexico instead, says Bobby to Jeff. Cheaper rent and sun all year round. Charlie says you can start with only $100 if you have the right type of trading account, Jim. Charlie, contact your broker. Bobby, with 1,000, be happy. With a 25, 45, all right. It's a start though. Farmall, super the man. Like Uncle Bruce said, say yes to say yes to resignation or retirement by 6 Feb and get paid until 30th September. Jim, I'm European based. Anyone got experience with interactive brokers? Susan Shops is here. Bobby Atkinson, lots of UK people here use that broker. James, the Misty Tree, good morning, lucky number 91. We open in 6 minutes. Sharon, 94, thumbs up. The game is rigged, says Stephen. Nate, welcome, John. Matt, John Madden, laugh out loud. Steve Madden makes shoes. Uncle B, John Madden, not Steve Madden. Thank you. I'm all wound up. You notice how wound up? I got my coffee going. I'm doing the best I can. John Madden, yes, but I agree. The betting is ridiculous. Thank you. I think the message is getting out to you guys. I'm using IBKR in the UK. I highly recommend it. Tony, John, you're sounding like Joe Buck. Juan, I wonder how many of those teenagers are reporting their gains and losses to the IRS. Miss Pony says none. Ron bought back my 2 Feb 14 120 cash secured put on NVIDIA for a 30% gain. Could have made more if I wasn't working. Interesting. Jeremiah, I'm a new member of this man's channel. Jeremiah, are you one of those high school kids that are now gambling with me? Welcome nonetheless. All of you who are here, thank you for joining us and being part of the program. Great to have you all here. Jeremiah is not just a member of this channel. Jeremiah is a gold bagel member of this channel. Thank you, Jeremiah, and welcome to the family, man. Great to have you here. Join me tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern. Gold Bagel members only tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern. Come on in, say hi to me, and we'll talk. 131 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for that. We have 207 people answering the question of the day, which is, if you were offered an 8-month severance package, would you take it to become a full-time option writer? 71% say yes, I would. Only 29% say no. That's a very interesting result. Thank you for helping out. Please answer that question if you can. Hit the thumbs up too. James of the Misty Tree, welcome. Jeremiah. Hector, enjoying the journey. Uncle Bruce, I've been a member here for 42 months. 42 months. I've been a member of your channel. Thank you, Hector. Gold Bagel level follower. Thank you, my friend. More Gold Bagel members here than Chillin' members. Has been now for over a year and a half. Thank you so much. Maybe it's even 2 years. It's been a while. It's been a little while that at the beginning, we only had Chilling members. Then we introduced the Gold Bagel level, and people started switching and going into there. And so they moved from Chilling down to Gold or up to Gold, and then the newbies coming in. I would say out of all the new members that come into this channel, 3/4 of them become Gold Bagel members right away. They just say, hey, for $300 a year, for what I can get from this guy, 5 extra shows a week from 8 o'clock to 8:30, first thing. Second thing is another show, the Primetime Live show. That's 6 a week more. That's 24 shows more for me as a Gold Bagel member than a non-Gold Bagel member. The difference between $10 and $25 for $15 differential, he's offering me 24 shows a month more. Let me think about that for a microsecond. There you go. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it that you're all here. Anyway, Psycho Topics. What would be the legal ramifications if you don't report or haven't reported any stock stuff? No comment. R. Gray, has the party started yet? Robert, no party. It starts at 9:30. R. Gray. Okay, has Uncle Bruce addressed the anti-Jen Barack rumors yet? Jeff, best case scenario, a tax bill and fines. Worst case, jail time. There you go. What else going on here? Thank you, everybody. Doug is here. Option writing is a whole different world indeed. Beautiful. D. Geezy. Spider call, SPY. If so, what's strike point? You're not even a member of the channel. Welcome to the program. I'm nice to have you here. I sure hope you enjoy. Come and join us. You could do credit spreads on SPYs. You don't have to do calls. Why would you want to do calls? Do you own SPYs? You have 100 of them? That's a ton of dough. If you want to be doing that, welcome everybody. Debbie, I believe the platform you utilize to do stock stuff with reports to the IRS on your behalf. So there's that. Cindy, good morning. Debbie, good morning. A5150. Bitcoin. Oh, good luck with that. Oystein, hey, Uncle Bruce, do you still believe in GameStop? I like GameStop. I like the fact that they have $4.6 billion in cash. I like the fact that the interest they're making from their cash covers all their expenses and makes them money as a whole, and it allows them time to offload stores that are underperforming as the leases come up for review. I like this game. I think they've got 2 more years of complete turnover to finish off the dropping off of the underperforming locations. Some of these leases were 10-year leases. Many were 5-year turnaround leases. And they've got to flush out the underperforming malls and replace them with, locations that are better off, or just hold on to 4 locations in the city instead of 8 locations in the city. Keep it going, GameStop. They are lowering their costs every quarter by millions and millions of dollars, letting go regional managers they don't need anymore, head office people they don't need anymore, leasing specialists they don't need anymore. The property taxes they don't pay anymore. The mall charges above the rent, common area fees, they're eliminating that. They're really doing a good job here, and they're flushing out the underperforming locations. More power to them. Yeah, I do like GameStop. I would love to know what they're going to do with $4.6 billion. I'd love to know. So we'll see what's going on. Tom Kaufman, I was having computer problems. Did I miss anything? Andre Delatorre, Pelosi is listening, Uncle Bruce. She sold all her NVIDIA shares before crumbling. You are a celebrity now. There you go. Bagel Babe, you can write one-time Iron Condor, $5 spread with $1,000. So yes, a bagel, but you need to learn how to manage an Iron Condor, and that's why there are classes. Okay, that's less concerning. Use Robinhood. I've had like 4 years, but haven't worried about it. It says Psychotropics. Only 10K in there, though. Robert, yes, Canada is a nice country. I have cousins in Sherbrooke, Quebec. The man is saying to Psychotropics, just make sure that when you do your taxes, your numbers match up with what your broker reports. About that, it might have been since 01 since I did my taxes. How bad is that? I work full time. They said I owed in 21. I got scared. I just started ignoring it. Oh, no. Andre, oh, my. Bagel Babe, start with a credit spread instead of Iron Condor, maybe. Kilua Dre, travel the world, folks. You will quickly realize North America is not the center of the world. I wouldn't move to Russia or Venezuela, but I definitely would move to Argentina. Buenos Aires is great. Psychotropics, I was planning on doing them finally. I wish it was simpler. So confusing and scummy feeling taxes. R. Gray, America is home. Our premium, Mr. Premium, the option. Happy Men's Wednesday. Time to fill our pockets. We're open for trading, everybody. How you doing? BP, what happens if you can't persuade your other half to do slow travel? They don't want to ever. I have no answers for this. I have no answer. Zed Estate, Charlie, welcome, Jeremiah. A5, why wouldn't you use the 2 million severance and invest in Bitcoin? 2 million severance. Stephen, good morning from Canada. A friend told me about you. Welcome, Stevie, to the show. Where are you located? Where in Canada are you? Thanks for coming in here. Nico, I've been a member of this man's channel for 29 months. We're making money. Join now. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Rock and roll. Bryson G, good morning. Larry Titus, I have rung the bells. It's official. We are open for trading, Bruce. We're up and we're running, and we're here to help people get richer. Nothing personal. We're just trying to get you richer. Giddy up, kids. Welcome to the party, pal. I hope today you all make even more money than you did yesterday or the day before that or the day before that. ALA, neat. Stuart, good morning, Uncle B. Bobby, what happens if you don't pay your taxes? Google search Al Capone. Getting my money right, 141 thumbs ups. Bobby, it happens. Bagel Babe, I'm number 142 on this man's thumbs up meter. I hit that thing the minute I log in. Thank you for those of you who are doing this. Joining my channel, hitting the thumbs up button, answering the poll question of the day, and becoming Gold Bagel members so that you can comment during market sessions. Thank you all. And I mean it, all of you who have joined this channel. We're going member only right now. Here we go. Member only commentary has just kicked in. So please become a member ASAP. Join at the gold level and join me tonight at 7 o'clock to get your first taste of why you should be a Gold Bagel member of this channel. And then tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, before I start this show, join me as well. 8 o'clock Eastern instead of 8:30 Eastern to get the alert of what's going on out there. Thank you again, everybody, for your support of this channel. I don't get rich on advertising. Believe me, YouTube doesn't pay me much to advertise to you because there aren't millions of you watching me. There are hundreds of you watching me, but intently. And I'm trying to help you become very wealthy as quick as possible. That's my job. That's what I'm trying to do. Thank you again. 227 of you folks have now hit the poll question of the day. Thank you for that. That is telling me that that it's resonating with some of you. 72% of you are saying, I would take the 8-month severance package. If I was offered that kind of money, I could then become an option writer full-time. I'd take that deal, man. I want to hang out with Bruce's family full-time. If you want to be part of the Discord group where you can hang out with the Gold Bagel members 24/7, send me a private email. Just send me a private email and say, hey, Uncle Bruce, I'd like to become part of your Discord group. I want to just observe the commentary that's going on. And once in a while, I'd like to put in my little comment or ask a question about what's the best broker to use or what's the best strategy to use for a trade. Send me a private email and I will get you the links. I will send you links that you need to become a member and join the Discord group. There's my email right there, brucefarmer@hotmail.com. It's down below in the description. You don't have to wait for me to post it. Here's the email. Here's my website address, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. That's where you go to check out my classes, of which there are 18. Start with lesson number 1. Then go to number 2. Then go to 3, 4, 5. Treat it like an at-home college course. Kind of like, haven't been to college in a long time. I'm going to drop in on this class and sit there and listen to this guy. I can watch this class as many times as I want. After 30 minutes, I got to do the laundry. I can pause. I can do my laundry. So I come back, watch another 30 minutes, change the washer to the dryer, and put in another load in the washer. Watch the rest of his class. Then watch class number 2 and 3, and come on up to 18 classes. Invest in yourself. And if you buy all these classes, it's going to run you $3,600. Only one class at a time is all you have to buy, though, at your pace. And if you end up spending $3,600 to take all 18 classes, you need to write 10 contracts that bring you $3.60 profit. And you've paid for your classes that you can watch for the rest of your life as many times as you want, and you'll be writing options forever. I have a feeling you'll get your dough back. You will earn while you learn. That happens here all the time. People tell me constantly, they'll say, I've taken 4 of your classes, I've already hauled in $5,000. I've taken 8 of your classes, I've already hauled in $6,000, $7,000. I've hauled in, I've watched all 18 classes. It took me 6 months, and during that 6 months, I made $30,000 in the market writing options because of you. I can't believe more people don't do this. Well, it takes initiative, and you know how hard that is to find in some people. It takes someone to step up and say, enough is enough. I am sick and tired of trying to find the right investment strategy that I can never find, and I'm always wrong on timing and the wrong stock, and I buy at the highs, and I don't know what I'm doing. That's it. I'm going to learn to become a casino rather than be the sucker on the floor of the casino. I'm going to do what Uncle Bruce tells his followers to do. This is where I'm going to go. I've got to give it a try. I have lost tens of thousands of dollars in the market. Why don't I invest $3,600 in myself to be a better trader? That alone is worth it. The first thing I want you to do is not make mistakes. That's the first thing you've got to learn, is not make mistakes. Sometimes you get wins, but you don't keep them. And sometimes you get 3 or 4 wins in a row, and then you get one error trade and you blow it all out the door. Option writing doesn't work that way. It really doesn't work that way. If you follow what we're talking about here to become a conservative, consistent, money-making option writer, you are never, ever again going to put your entire account into a trade that can go bad on you and wipe you out. Welcome to the rest of your life to haul income in from these saps. And I mean it. They are saps out there. Not all of them, but enough of them that are handing over $5 trillion a week in turnover in the options market. You've got to take your sliver. And if I can help you get $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $30,000 a month, $80,000 a month out of the market that's got $5 trillion a week turning over, I can help you make $300,000 a year. You're not hurting the market. Don't worry about it. You're helping the market. You're adding liquidity to a desperate group of gamblers that are trying to get into this game. And you're the one providing the product. You're the casino. You've got the machines. Let them play your machine. Stevie says, I'm from TO, buddy. I'm from TO. I went to college in Toronto. I went to George Brown College in Toronto. Became a watchmaker in 1976. I went there from 77. From 74 to 77, I was at George Brown College and learned to become a watchmaker. Bloor and Spadina was the location of George Brown College. If you're from TO, you know where that is. Castle Loma Castle, you remember? You know where that is, don't you? Love it. Thank you all. DH, neat, Splair, 145. You can call. You can do it all. You can do it. You can make it. Jeff, Rocket Lab is off hot this morning. What is going on? Giddy up, baby. Let's get this market going. The Dow's up 70. SoFi is down 14 cents at 1603. ASTS is 1820, down 194. Opportunity knocks to right cash secured puts there. Rocket Lab 29.99, up $1. GameStop up down 9. AI down 60. We got Nvidia down 340. Tesla down 480. Palantir down 42 cents. And MSTR is up 184. Costco up 370. Coinbase up 198. We've got Google down 85, Apple down 281. We got Microsoft down $4. We got Netflix up 12 big ones at 983, 984. Facebook, the old Meta, down 624. Amazon down 17 cents at the moment. Cisco is up 95, having a good day. AMD up 172. Enphase up 56. Unity down 46. Spire down 23, Moderna down 149, Pfizer up a penny, IBM down 24, HPQ up 19, Home Depot up 189, Bannock Semiconductor ETF, SMH up 28 cents. You can write options on this thing. You can do credit spreads. You can do cash secured puts. You can write covered calls. Goldman up 428, Boeing up 173, Target unchanged, JP Morgan up 97, Walmart up 17, Disney up $1 at $113 a share. American Airlines down 14 cents, DraftKings down 67, talking about how well gambling stocks are doing, or gambling companies. AMC down a penny, Royal Caribbean up 279. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining me here today. We'll see how this market wants to work out today. Bagel Babe, to the person who asked about trading with $1,000, become a member, buy the classes, save money while you learn. There you go. There's your advice. BPCY, Uncle Bruce, I have been asking my other half to set up and go nomadic, to go on a nomadic for 5 years. No chance. They want to stay near family at all times. Just my problem, I'm saying. You know what Jen and I have found? One of the little things that really works well, one of the things that works okay for Jennifer and I is that we'll go on our holiday to Europe, say, and then we'll arrange for our daughter to come and join us for like a week, and we'll help her with the airfare. She can stay in our unit with us to keep the cost down if that's necessary. And that keeps the tightness of the family together. Now, we have one child. I know some of you have 3 kids. You've got cousins and brothers and sisters, and oh God, the whole thing. I know. I get it. But I gotta tell you, man, maybe you start with a 2-week all-inclusive holiday to Mexico. Not that you're ever going to move there, but you're going to do a 2-week, and then you come back, and then maybe you'll travel with a few family members to an all-inclusive maybe on a cruise ship together. Do a 1-week cruise with family of 4 or 6, and go to various places in the Caribbean or Europe. And once there, looking around, you bring up the idea: wouldn't it be great to live here for 3 months? Why don't you guys come and see us for 2 weeks and stay at our place? All of a sudden, people are going to help you out with costs. They might kick in a quarter of the rent or help with food while you live together for 2 weeks. Then they go back and you move on. I don't know. Deep Value, there's nothing I can do. I can only throw ideas, but I can't help it. I can't change it. Thank you very much for everything. Touchgrass, I can confirm. Deep Value, hey, thank you for all the courses and unending help. We appreciate you tons, Uncle Bruce. Thank you for that comment. And BP, good luck to you. Like I said, I just, what can I say? Deep Value, hey, man, you are the best. Thank you for that donation. I so appreciate that. Let me see if, am I able to give you a thumbs up for that? I am. There we go. I'm going to thumbs up that comment. Thank you, my friend. And I'm going to reply right here and say, thank you so very much. Hey, pal. Thank you. Thank you for the donation today. I appreciate that. Love it. I love it. I love how I can do that now on these donations. I never was able to do this before. This is kind of a newer feature lately. And so thank you, Deep Value, for throwing a couple bucks our way. Jen and I went to Costco yesterday, and it helps replenish the Costco fund. Thank you. All right. Giddy up, everybody. Splair, I need 6 calls of these $3 gainers, and I'm at 4. Bagel Babe, rule number 1, don't lose money. Don't lose money, says Bagel Babe. There you go. That's a good rule. Splair, of course, suddenly a second deja vu gets ill, wakes me up. I try to help, get bitten. Now I have to go to the veterinarian and focus less on the newest wound. Wish me luck. I need it. Splair, I don't know what to say. Juan, active morning here. Bagel Babe, preach, Uncle Bruce. H. Gregory, number 153, thumbs up. Tom, I've been a member of this man's channel for 11 months. Join and take the classes, make money, and then help Bruce get his Patek Philippe. I still haven't got a Patek Philippe. You know that? I would love to get a Patek Philippe. Gold Bagel member, Tom. Thank you very much for being a Gold Bagel member. So appreciate you for this. Bobby, go on vacation without your partner. I bet after a week they want to come and join you. FaceTime your family, says Bobby. Deep Value, we're rocketing up higher. BP, Uncle Bruce, I tried doing that. Stayed 2 weeks, all-inclusive in Greece, Croatia, Bulgaria, Turkey. But at the end of the holiday, they just want to get home and see the family, not long-term abroad. BP, I don't know what to say. I can't, it just is what it is, and that's all it is, and it might be, right or wrong or indifferent. I have no idea. There are situations in this planet where there are couples who just one won't do what the other one wants to do on certain things. I hear you. I know from where you talk. because I want to travel a lot more than Jen does. But hey, it is what it is, and that's all I can say. To each his own, her own, and their own, and there you have it. And maybe timing is everything. I don't know. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Bobby, I like your opinion on the resorts and the new tier system. Last few trips, we've been hounded to join their premium package subscriptions. Interesting. BP says, "When Britain is so expensive." That's true. Howdy, gang from Drake. What's going on, buddy? Thank you. Splair, understandable. This happens suddenly just to prove that time is really running fast. Anyway, there you go. SoFi, at least climbing, brought yesterday a few things. SoFi, way to go. SoFi 1602, down 15. We broke 16 last night, late in the day, in the afternoon yesterday. We're up 28 on the Dow, approximately. We're up. We're down 16 on the S&P. We're down 118 on the Nasdaq. Oil is down 56 cents a barrel to 73.21. ASTS still down 175. Rocket Lab is up 70 cents. GameStop down just 14. AI is off 70, NVIDIA down 3. We'll see how the market reacts as it moves along here. Sometimes we get those early sell-offs, and then we get a reversal, and we get another surge. Who knows? We're here. You're here. Let's keep an eye on it. BP, I know, Uncle Bruce, it's so frustrating. They're not interested in selling up and moving to another country. I'm sorry for my rent. It's okay. It is not uncommon. There are so many people out there who've made YouTube videos and are YouTubers that are singles, that they couldn't convince their partners, they couldn't convince their boyfriends, girlfriends, they just can't find the right person. And then there are other couples who are couples traveling and who have, in the last year or two, discovered this and cannot believe how much they enjoy it. They can't believe, they sort of made a deal with each other. Let's go for 6 months a year to slow travel, 2 months here, 2 months here. Like, let's settle in to some of these areas, smaller towns near big cities in Spain or Greece or Peru or Costa Rica, whatever. I mean, I don't know. And they come up with a deal. They come up with an arrangement, something, and they hate it. They love it. They find it completely different than what they thought, and they still like it. They are discovering a world they never thought of. I don't know. Another country that is, yeah, I hear you. It is what it is. It be what it be, and there you have it. Off we go. 15.97 on SoFi, a little dip right now. Okay, SoFi, get your act together. Let us know what you want to do. I think it's going to go higher. That's my opinion. Did you notice that SoFi's short interest went up? Did you notice that? I noticed that last night. The short interest was down to 129 million. It's now 132.6. So it's gone up again. 3.5 million more shares shorted on SoFi than the last reporting period. I found that to be that's a 2-week time frame. Now I found that to be interesting. 1602 right now on your SoFi. Of course, at the end of the day, the big story, of course, is that the earnings for the last quarter were not a problem with SoFi followers or observers. The problem for SoFi now is they didn't come up with a big enough forecast and prediction for how really great it's going to be in 2025. It's going to be great, but not great enough. I laugh at this nonsense because the SoFi shares were trading at 130 times PE multiple the day before they released their financials. Now they released their financials. They're trading at 42.8 times PE multiple. Amazon and Tesla and Netflix, they trade higher PE multiples, and they're worth billions, hundreds of billions of dollars, if not close to $1 trillion a company, and they're okay. We can buy into these companies. Oh, sure, we can buy into these outfits that have PE multiples that are just unfathomable. 49 times earnings for NVIDIA. Oh, that's a safe stock to buy. It's safe. Tesla trading at 107 times PE multiple. Oh, that's safe. Oh yeah, we're okay there. Palantir, 391 times earnings. Oh, buy it. Oh yeah. SoFi, 43 times earnings. Oh, they're not forecasting enough profits in 2025 to take a chance on this stock. Oh, it's a hold. It's amazing how biased the street is to certain kinds of stocks and versus others, and they're promoting a company like Nvidia that has a market cap of $3 trillion, promoting a $3 trillion company where SoFi's market cap right now is 17.5 billion and growing at what, 30% a year. Not good enough. Just not good enough to get into. Oh no. You know, for you small investors, if you have less than $5 million, you're a small investor, okay? For you little guys, you have got such an opportunity sitting in front of you right now. What you know about SoFi and how they're growing as quickly as they are and knowing what they're getting into and the member numbers and everything else, you've got a golden ticket here to write cash secured puts on an absolute future monster. This company is going to become a $1 trillion market cap company. You might not be in it by the time it happens, but it's going there. And you can take a ride on this train right now that already left the $7, $8 station last year. It's left that station. Now it's heading for the $20 to $30 stations. As cash secured put writers of SoFi, oh my God. I know, I tell you, I get emails all the time from viewers who tell me that they're sitting on 6,000 shares of SoFi, 8,000, 12,000, 23,500 shares of SoFi. You know who you are out there. I have people out there who tell me, I got a $7 average. I stuck around with this thing for 3 years, 2021, 22, 23, 24. I'm still in this stock at $16, or I did what you said in the last few months. I sold it at 10, 12, 14, and I wrote cash secured puts. I started writing 12s, I wrote 15s, I rolled into 17s, I'm now into 20s. I'm now rolling to 22s. I might even start offering $25 contracts. I have viewers here that have $25 cash secured puts, $22 cash secured puts, 20, all of it. They've written a bunch of all of these, and they're doing this going, I cannot believe how much money I'm sitting on in cash. I can't believe how much interest I'm making on this money, of which only 60% is mine. The rest is the gamblers. It's awesome. And if I'm hauling in high interest rates from these corporate ETF units, 8% or so, 7-8%, and my actual yield to my money is 11%. Good God, I can't believe it. And it's 11% on all of my money. Yeah, there are viewers here with 300,000 cash in their account from a stock called SoFi because they bought it at 6 and 7 and 8, and they kept nibbling away and buying more and buying more. And now it's at $16. They've sold it off and hauled in cash secured put money, and they're sitting on 300 grand, and they're pulling in 24,000 a year in interest, 2,000 a month in interest coming into their hands because they bought SoFi at $6 and $7 3-4 years ago. This is not an uncommon tale around here. There are folks with GameStop shares who've sold their GameStop shares. They're selling them now. They're selling them at $27.45 right now, turning around and immediately writing $25 to $30 to $35 cash secured puts to January 26, hauling in massive amounts of capital on top of this $27.45 and going, thank you very much. I'm going to take the cash from those cash secured puts and write SoFi cash secured puts. I'm going to take the money from my cash secured puts from GameStop and SoFi, and I'm now going to write credit spreads on GameStop. I'm going to write credit spreads on Rocket Lab. I'm going to write credit spreads on NVIDIA. I'm diversifying my holdings from the power of my holdings while hauling in all this interest income. It's a whole new world for me. I'm not satisfied with just holding a stock and hoping it goes up. This is happening with Rocket Lab. It's happening with other stocks that are being sold, and you're turning around and writing cash secured puts and using those proceeds for other trades. Congratulations, option writers. Nice to have you here. Blair, I'm going to explore again for sure the Sauerland close to Dortmund, my many beautiful forests here, just a little outside here. Matt, Uncle Bruce, will the Fed meeting today have a big effect? I don't know. I don't care. I really don't think so. I think it's going to be very quiet. A Beach Boy, here's a donation for you. Patek Philippe, a no watch making skills on it. I hear the damn things just keep ticking. I advise lemon pie and Jameson's, Bruce. Shout out to Auntie Jen. My eldest writes on SoFi. Started 2 months ago. Giddy up, baby. Yeah. Well done there, Beach Boy. Getting folks to relatives and sons and daughters in to come on in. I love it. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you being here. I didn't get enough time to reply to the message, but thank you, my friend, and thank you for the donation. 30 shekels, about 11, 12 American dollars. Thank you very much. Juan, my Cheesecake Factory $50 cash secured put for February looks really good. Bagel time. Way to go, Juan. Write options on what you want to write options on, but just learn how to do it and understand this market. Take money from the gamblers. They're in everything. They're desperate, looking for wins. You have to help them gamble, take their money. Welcome to the party, pal. It's great to have you with us. Anyway, there you go. Headline here, U.S. trade deficit in goods hits a record high just before Trump took office. It won't be easy to reduce this. Interesting stuff. Jen, how are you today?
I'm good. Canada reduced its interest rate again, quarter point, down to 3%.
The Bank of Canada reduced its rate by quarter point.
Down to 3%. Later today, the Americans. We don't normally do it at the same time.
No, Canada's been reducing its bank rate where America has not as quickly.
No, but they're coming out today with.
Yeah.
With their.
It's not expected to change, actually. They're not expecting a change. But other countries are reducing because they're getting ready for the tariff game. Canadian dollar is getting whacked. Now, this won't help the Canadian dollar today. Actually, it'll make the Canadian dollar go lower. The Bank of Canada is playing a gamble. They're playing a game called let's lower rates and make the Canadian dollar go even lower, which means the price of Canadian goods coming into the United States are cheaper in American dollars. And if he does put a tariff on stuff, this helps negate it. There are weapons countries can use. Bank of England can do it. The ECB can do it. Bank of Japan, everybody. We'll see how this all plays out. Welcome, everyone, to the program, pal. It's so good to have you with us. I'm just going to take a peek right now at the Canadian dollar. It is, it is falling in value against the U.S. dollar. We'll see if this pattern continues. Right now, the Canadian dollar is at 69.23 cents on the U.S. dollar. About a year ago, it was 78. And back in the financial crisis, 07, 08, 09, when the American market was really in trouble and Canadian banks were solid, it was at par. As a matter of fact, Canadians were getting 105. Their dollar was worth more than the American dollar. Now it's 69.24. So things have changed.
That's when they were buying property.
Good friends of ours bought their place in Phoenix when it was 108.
Yeah. With our large Canadian dollar.
Indeed, they made the right move at that time. They swapped a whole bunch of Canadian money into American money. Took advantage of the switch, accelerated run, and now they've watched the Canadian dollar fall to 69. They're laughing. I mean, they've got the real estate down there that has gone up in value dramatically, and if they were to blow it off, they would haul in. It would probably have made, oh God, they'll have 150% gain on that thing. Unbelievable. They've had it for 10 years. They love using it. They don't rent it. They come down every winter just like we do here, but they bought their unit back then. Isn't that interesting? Splair, I can't wait for a month in Czech Republic and a month in Poland, exploring castles, enjoying calls. I probably will get my first cash ticket put now first until Monday. Richard Carlin, good morning. Auntie Jen, Bobby. Yeah, Canada interest rate. I need a newer car for me this year. Real, lowering interest rates in Canada brings the Canadian dollar down, but makes everything we buy very expensive. That's right. Canadians now have a higher price to pay for American goods, but their exports are cheaper to everybody else. And so jobs are created in Canada for increased exports. That's the hope. And that creates better employment opportunities. Canadians' wages go up because of demand on workers, theoretically.
That's the whole.
And that might offset it. I personally believe Canada should take the opposite approach. I really believe the Bank of Canada is going the wrong direction. I don't think Canada should be focused on its factory jobs in Ontario as their solution to their issues.
That's all it can see.
That's true. I believe that the Canadian Bank of Canada should raise rates to make the Canadian dollar more attractive than the American dollar, which allows Canadians to import goods very cheaply, reducing Canadians' cost of living. Exports in Canada should be able to compete par value on the American dollar. There's no reason why something made in Ontario should be compensated with a discounted currency against a company in Michigan. I think Canadian businesses have to smarten up, and politicians have to stop taxing the crap out of Canadian businesses to make them more competitive. But, I'm just a guy just trying to say, Canadians, hey, I'm trying to get your currency to go up to help you raise your standard of living by having a more powerful currency. If the Canadian dollar is worth $1.20 American, you could go to America on the cheap. You could go to Europe on the cheap. But no. Canadians are being treated to a third world existence by its own government and its own Bank of Canada with a 69-cent dollar. And it's going to get worse. I think the dollar is going to 65, maybe 62 in not too long a time frame. Canada, they're taking care of us. Ooh, we need to be taken care of. Really?
Our
Oh, come
financial
on.
Institutions are very patriotic.
Yeah. Oh, they love making Canadian money off of Canadians. Thank you, everybody. Lorraine, good morning. Lorraine, I'm number 168 on Bruce's thumbs up meter.
Good morning, Richie.
Auntie Jen says hi to all of you kids. Thank you for joining us today. Great to have you here. Have you noticed your SoFi just went up? While I'm ranting and raving, 1620, we're up 3 cents on your SoFi. We're going higher, kids.
And that's what we call you, the kids.
The kids. You be the kids.
You're the kids.
I'm probably older than all of you. Probably. I know some
We're
of you are older
close
than me.
on some.
I know some of you are older than me, but most of you are younger than I am.
We
So
call
you're
you
the
the
kid.
kids.
You're the kids.
Or the
Tom,
kids.
trading in U.S. dollars is good for my Canadian balance. There you
See,
go,
yeah.
Tom. There you go. Believe me, Canadians aren't stupid. Canadians hold a lot of foreign assets to offset the drop of the Canadian dollar. They go, okay, it's going to 62. That's all right. I'm going to make 7% on my foreign holdings. You're not going to suck me in to be just a Canadian holder only of Canadian assets. Tons of Canadian investors own American stocks. And my viewers, my Canadian viewers here, what are you doing? You're writing options on American equities. You're bringing in American money, cash balances when you're writing cash secured puts. You're earning interest in your accounts and adding to your wealth. And watching the Canadian dollar go down means your accounts are going up in value. Canadians win, those who can make this happen. For those who can't, that's the problem. And unfortunately, there are many Canadians who can't do a damn thing about this depreciation of the Canadian dollar, but have a lower standard of living. And that is the end game. What can I say? 1623 on your SoFi. We're up 6 cents now. 6 American cents. Just so you're clear on this. We're up 6 American cents on SoFi. ASTS is still at 1805, down 209. Rocket Lab is 3010, up 111 now. GameStop is up a dime, gone green. So GameStop is green, Rocket Lab is green, SoFi is green, and NVIDIA is, AI is only down 53 cents, and NVIDIA is down 354. Tesla's still down 430, Palantir down 140, MSTR up 339. Welcome to the program. We're up 77 on the Dow. Down only 7 points on the S&P 500. This first half hour is come and gone. Whatever selling is over. I think we're done with selling. I think we got a surge coming here. 16.25 on your SoFi now. Make it 16.27, up 9. NASDAQ is down 81, but it's coming on. Oil down 43 cents to 73.34. Oil is dropping in price as well. Welcome to the show, everybody. Nice to have you with us. Hope you're getting richer. 16.29 on your SoFi. We're now up 12 cents. The volume on SoFi now is about 5.8 million. That's very quiet. That is not heavy. This is a sign that this stock is going to go higher sooner rather than later. If this thing was going to 8 because some analysts don't believe that SoFi gave a rosy enough picture of the future, we'd be at 20 million right now, and we'd be down to $11 a share. We're trading at 5.8 million, and we're up at 16.28, 16.29 a share. This is a stock that's going higher. There is nothing coming in for sale after Monday's crazy day. And remember, 107 million traded on Monday for SoFi. And I'll bet you half of that volume had nothing to do with SoFi whatsoever. It had everything to do with this AI thing out of China and the $1 trillion market meltdown that took place on Monday. You had a reversal on it yesterday, and now we have a gain coming in on some of these markets again today. And we're at 16.32 on your SoFi. 16.32, up 14 cents now on your SoFi. We won it. What we were doing, 15 something? Were we down to 15, 20 or 30? I can't even remember. How cheap were we the other day? We're now back to 16.34. We're heading back to 16.50, $17. Those $20 cash secured puts that I keep begging you to write for January 2026, the 22s and 25s, those 20s now, the book value of a $20 cash secured put, $3.68. Okay. Remember when it was $14 a share? They were worth $6. At $13, the stock was at 13. The put was worth $7 book value. It's now $3.68 and falling. Anything over $3.68 is time value, and that gets eviscerated with time. This is a winning trade. I love this game. I really like this game. Do you like this game? Are you folks happy? Thank you to all of you, and congratulations to those of you who have stepped up there and picked up one of these things right here. I like this game t-shirt. I like this game cell phone cover. I like this game tote bag, coffee mug, whatever. Jen keeps hounding me. You got to order one for yourself, and I keep forgetting, but I will. I'm kind of busy, but I will. I will be wearing on air. I like this game. Paraphernalia. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you all for helping out. Yeah, baby. A lot of earnings tonight from the Magnificent Seven, Tom is wondering. I think 3 companies announced tonight and another one tomorrow. Yes, by next week, we'll have 5 or 6 of them. And then by next month, all will be reported. And we'll have all kinds of earnings from all kinds of companies going forward here, coming through the pipe. What blows me away, and it just makes me laugh. It doesn't make me angry. It makes me laugh, almost in disgust, is how companies do not meet expectations and come up with lousy forecasts, and yet their shares are unaffected by these kind of results. Yet on SoFi, no matter what it does, it's not good enough. And you know what? You die at your peril. If you don't get into the SoFi game through cash secured puts or any other method, you will pay the price of missing the boat. And there you go. There are now analysts going, well, it's already doubled, so it's over. It went up $8. Not that we said it would. We said it was a hold when it was $8. Now it's $16. We say it's a hold. I just shake my head in disgust at these people. Absolutely pathetic. No future envisioning whatsoever. No ability to analyze what this company has done and is doing and what it's going to do. And so many of them are probably paid shills or being told by a senior management, we're not in a position to promote SoFi at this time. We're not into it very much. Don't be promoting it. Promote.
We have our in-house.
Yeah, promote NVIDIA, promote promote Apple, promote our Magnificent Seven. We're making a lot of money trading that. We're getting our people to trade a lot of options in those stocks. Promote those with your analytic report. Yeah, that's what we'll do. SPY, triple Qs. Call the S&P to go 15% higher this year without any evidence that that is possible. Because we need the trading volume. Our firm needs the turnover of capital. SoFi just doesn't make us enough money. Go figure. I think at $25-30 a share, SoFi's contracts, option contracts, will lift to such a level that all of a sudden SoFi will be a top 10 option trading stock. By that point in time, with a $30-35 market price for SoFi stock, you know what your account will be worth? Some of you will have tripled the value of your account from where you are now to that level. 30-35 a share, you'll be triple, maybe 4 times larger than your account is now because of your rollovers of cash secured puts. Get ready, kids. Some of you are going to become, theoretically, there will be viewers of this channel that will become millionaires later this year and next year because of what SoFi is going to do. And you don't own 100,000 shares of this stuff. You don't need to have that money, that many shares. This is going to be something else. This is a game changer for many of you here, and total game changer. A new life entirely. New tax problems you've never seen before. Anyway, there you go. Bobby, I have a $17 cash secured put on SoFi until Feb 14. Break even is $15.75. Stay here or go higher. IDC, a roll is happening regardless. I don't care. A roll is happening regardless. Yeah, you're almost at the money. 16.14, right? So these are losing value quickly.
Yeah. Saying it doesn't matter what happens.
You can roll now to 20s or 22s further out in time and probably haul in a lot more money. I don't know how many you've written here, but I cannot emphasize enough how urgently you should be looking at these puts going, my God, why am I holding puts that are worth so little money when I could be writing puts for a whack more money that I can now use for other trades? I don't know why you're limiting yourself. I know some of you are just, I don't want to be into it for too long because I might have to wait a whole year. There's none of that nonsense whatsoever. If you roll your contracts now from February to next January, or March or April or May to next January, and you go at a higher strike, you're hauling in way more cash that you can use for other trades. Are you doing credit spreads on anything else? Can you go from doing 5 credit spread positions to 10 because you've written Jan 26 cash secured puts? Do that. For some of you, you can go from 10 contracts at a time to 20. This might be the difference between making $1,000 a month in premium money on these credit spreads to making $2,500 a month. This next $1,500 a month you're bringing in is a game changer in your household because you might throw $1,000 a month more at your Amex bill or your MasterCard bill or your Visa bill, or this is $1,000 to get a new dishwasher, to get a new microwave in a dishwasher, to fix your heater, your air conditioner. I don't know. $1,000 a month difference in your household makes a big difference month after month after month. And you're sitting there with pennies that you can turn into multi-dollars. This is not the time to get cute. This is not the time to try to extract the last 75 cents or another 50 cents out of these contracts. It's time to take $5 out of that market, $8 a share, $800 a contract out of that money into your account. This is the time. Find a way to do it. Make the move and grab thousands, tens of thousands of additional dollars into your account immediately that you can at least earn interest on. Just interest on. Can't make it more appropriate than that. some of you folks are sitting there going, oh, I'd like to be a member of a channel, but $25 a month, I don't know if I want to give YouTube $25 a month. And I'm sitting here going, why don't you make $100 a month more in interest on the money you're sitting on? What's this 25 a month problem? You don't want to win. You want to complain. You want to justify staying poor. Stop justifying being a poor, average, middle classer, and take yourself and shake yourself up. Give yourself some Will Smith dope slaps and grab thousands and tens of thousands of cash dollars from these saps that are idiots. They're idiots giving you this money. You've got to take their money. It's the best I can do. It's all I got. I can't give you any more than that. That's all I can give you. So far, I have 29 SoFi long cash secured puts, 20. This 17 is short term and feeds my attention to not touch the longs until I need to. You're going to be touching the longs. This stock goes to 18 to 20 to 22. You're going to roll everything. You're always going to roll everything, no matter how long they are. You're going to keep rolling higher. This is the key. You might need to get into maybe Rocket Lab cash secured puts and AI cash secured puts. Carry 4 companies at the same time to keep your attention span going, but bring in thousands of dollars from all of these. Write cash secured puts on GameStop. Write cash secured puts on other stocks to bring in activity. Keep 5, 7, 10 positions going if you have enough capital, so that your mind is constantly watching all this stuff, but make your account worth gazillions of dollars in capital and haul in this interest. Stop playing the little nickel and dime games and get real. It's time to make money, not friends, not pennies. Juan says, take the dollars. Bobby, 70% long, 30% short is how I broke it up this year. Jeff, I have Jan 2625 Rocket Lab cash secured puts. Is it better to roll these up on a down day or an up day? Does it really matter? I sold them for 905, current value 655. If you were to take those Rocket Labs and turn them into 30s, how many dollars more are you going to haul in? Are you going to buy back a 655 and then write the 30s for 950 a piece? If you wrote 32s or 35s to Jan 26, can you bring in $7 more a put in cash immediately? Multiply it out and figure it out. Some of you folks out there are in a position right now where you could haul in today $20,000 to $50,000 each of added cash into your account right now in the next 15, 20 minutes. I don't know what you're waiting for. I have no idea what you're waiting for. I can't fathom not having this capital in your hands. Why are you so satisfied with dollar contracts that might go to 60 cents? You're fretting about making 60 cents in the next 3 weeks when you could be pulling in $6 a contract right now times 20 contracts, 12 grand. The interest on $12,000 is more than what you're going to make on the 60-cent contract. I mean, move forward. Think larger. Get on with it. I'm doing the best I can. Splayer around about 10 grand can lead you already to 5,000 a year. 420 for YouTube if you use premium Splayer. I agree. It's time for bigger gains. Manager, my opinion, Dr. Bruce, earnings on SoFi are out there is no real catalyst to propel it higher soon. Considering 5-day chart, I'm predicting a repeat of yesterday. It's going to go near 1530, waiting to sell $25 Jan 26 cash secured puts. Bobby, DraftKings, Rocket Lab, SoFi are all in play, and this is good, Bobby. Now maybe add a couple of more, diversify into a couple. I don't know, Bobby. I just saying. Bagel, Uncle Bruce, I have lost count of how many contracts I have. But I have SoFi, GameStop, AI, Rocket Lab, Ford, Lunar, WBD, INT, Qs, SPY, contracts to keep my ADHD attention span. This is so much fun. I'm having so much fun. Make money from every corner of this market and make it in thousands. I don't want to hear you making hundreds of dollars. I want you making thousands of dollars. Every day that goes by, we are all one day older. We are all one day closer to dying. We have a limited time frame here. I can't help you rerun this a year from now. Between now and a year from now, you should be making gazillions of dollars collectively here. You should be making a killing. And compound it and compound it and compound it. You can't compound 1990 money anymore. I can't help you with what you did in the 2000s. I can only assist you here at January the 29th, 2025. If you missed the boat the last 6 months, get on the boat now and get on with it. Bring in gazillions. I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't get it. There's no need to not take tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and as an entire channel, millions of dollars you could be bringing into your accounts inside this entire channel. Millions of dollars, and hauling in 5 to 8% interest on it. What? It's so simple. It's too simple, and not enough of you believe it. You don't. You see, you're making money. Yeah, you're making money. You're happy. You go, oh yeah, Bruce, I'm writing these 10 contracts and they're going down 30 cents a week. This is great. The market makes a move and I do a trade and I do a rollover and I made $800. I made $1,500 at $2,800. There are people who are watching me here who never comment. They don't talk. And they're sitting here going, this guy is preaching, man. He's talking to me. I know, because I bring in 20 grand a month. I bring in 50 grand a month. I'm bringing in 80,000 a month. I'm not going to talk about it on this channel, because if I talk about how much money I'm making at that level, I'm going to get a gazillion responses. I don't have time for the responses. I'm too busy making money here. And I love to hear from you guys when you tell me how well you're doing and how it's going and to trade you. I love it. I really do. It's a motivator for Jen and I, but I want to see you make gazillions of dollars. That's what I want. I don't know what that is, Auntie Jen. What are you showing me? She's showing me something.
An email I got this morning.
Oh, you can get a whiskey glass with President number 47 on it. Oh, is he huxing?
Support your president.
He is a huckster. This guy is wheeling and dealing. This kind of behavior 40 years ago would have killed a politician, to have a sniff of any kind of royalty action and anything else. Now it's just in the wide open. Look at your president of the United States. Those of you out there who don't believe what I'm saying about taking money off the table, this guy is taking money off the table because he knows something, very aware of something. This is the last go around to milk the cow as president of the United States. After he's out of office, he's got to go back to paying these legal bills. This guy will get a book deal, but he won't write it. He'll get speaking engagements. Well, he'll read speeches that are written for him, and he's going to try to make millions and millions of dollars to pay his legal bills that he needs to look after for the rest of his life. How long has he got? I don't know. And I'm sitting here yelling at you, begging you, pleading with you. Hit the thumbs up button, answer the poll question, and write options. Learn how to write options and become rich yourself. No one's giving it to you. There is nobody waiting at your office to talk to you today about a big fat promotion that you're going to get. There is no committee going on. There's no committee meeting going on talking about you in the committee meeting to elevate you to a senior vice presidency level within your organization. The owner of the company, the owners of the company that run whatever company you work for, none of them are talking about you to give you a 1 million share stock option program because they love you so much. That's not happening. You have to grab what you can grab yourself. And today is a great day to start. I don't care if SoFi is 16.10 and you think you should sell at 17 and then write cash secured puts. No. Sell it now at 16.10 and write cash secured puts. Or write 5 cash secured puts right now. Get that done, then sell 500 shares right now. Then write 5 more cash secured puts and then sell the 500 shares again. Get yourself into cash. Cash, 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 cash. Compound it with option premiums from these saps out there. I want you to get rich. It's nothing personal. It's just business. And You can do this anonymously, quietly, in the comfort of your office, your house, in your RV, wherever you happen to be. You're on vacation in Spain right now. You're in Greece. You're in Indonesia. You're in Australia. You're doing a trip in Mexico to an all-inclusive resort, courtesy of the gamblers. Why don't you take another 20 grand from these idiots? You're enjoying the sunshine and the beach and the Mai Tai. Why don't you take another 10, 20, 30, 40 grand from these guys? Trillions are available to be taken. Rent their money for nothing. Just rent their money. Earn interest on it while you're sitting on it and say, thank you, may I have another? I like this game. Kids, it's never been easier. You've taken my classes. You know what's going on. You know how to write cash secured puts. You know how to do credit spreads. Way the hell out of the money. You're going to take these 7, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20% returns on $1 spreads, $2 spreads, $4 spreads, $8 spreads, $10 spreads. Out of the money like you can't believe. Why not take this dough and say, yes, I want my fair share of this action? Let's get on with it. I don't know what you're waiting for. There's no other elevator coming to take you higher. There's an elevator. Grab it. Let's go. I love it. Bagel Babe, we need a t-shirt that says, I want you to get rich. It's nothing personal. It's just business. Maybe you should make a t-shirt like that, Uncle Bruce. Maybe I should. Auntie Jen's listening. One never knows. Maybe we might come up with stuff like that. We just want you to get rich. It's nothing personal. We just want you to get rich. The richer you guys get, the more generous you are to Jennifer and I. I'm motivated.
If you wear that t-shirt, everybody's going to stop you going, yes, I do want to get rich.
I like this game. Yes, I do like this game. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. It's so great to have you here. Man, am I pumped for you guys. Just can't believe it. I was in the Costco store yesterday. Auntie Jen are just walking around the aisles, and I'm not even looking at the prices. I really don't look at the prices very much. I'm aware of what it costs to buy this and that and this and that. But I'm looking around Costco at all the other old people like me, fossils. Some of you call us fossils. I'm looking at all the fossils, of which I'm one. And I'm asking myself, how are these people here? How did they get here? They're not from here. They're visitors. They don't live here full time. A few live here for the winter, but some are only here for like a month or two, a week or two. And I wonder, what do they do back where they come from to be able to afford to come down here and shop at a Costco? Because they're Costco members at home from wherever they come from. And I look at the goods for sale at our Costco store. Some of the items we have for sale at our Costco store, they're not available in our Calgary Costco store because the demographics aren't the same. The demographic of the Costco shopper down here is unbelievably high. So you're seeing stuff here that you don't see elsewhere. It just knocks me out. It just blows my mind. And I'm sitting here begging you guys to take these tens of thousands of dollars off the counter for yourselves. And at the very least, grab this cash and earn interest on it to the nth degree to add to your bottom line. Let the market do what it wants to do, and let's go. Let's go with it. Oh, I'm excited. I'm stoked. I'd buy that. Manager, what's this? Something locked in 1,115 minutes. Ka-ching. I just locked in 1,115 minutes. There you go. Ka-ching. Love it. Love it, everybody. Thank you all for being part of it. That's it. Yeah, right there. Well, that pays for almost 4 years of Gold Bagel membership right there. Not bad. 15 minutes of work. Can you get that kind of money per hour doing anything else? Some of you here don't realize how powerful your accounts are. If you can haul in $18,000 in credit by writing new sets of put contracts into your account, equate that at $1,500 a month. $1,500 a month times 12 months is $18,000. You're bringing in 18 grand in 15 minutes, and figure that out on a weekly basis. Figure that out on an hourly basis. Think about it that way. I mean, if you can bring in $1,500 in a month, that's $375 a week, approximately 4 weeks. At 37 and a half hour work week, that's $10 an hour for the next year you've just locked in to your bank account. You just made $10 an hour extra money for the next year by locking in Jan 26 contracts and bringing in 18 grand. Now, how much are you getting paid to work? You getting 25 an hour? Now you're making 35 an hour. You got 10 an hour from this one trade, and you're making 25 an hour, 1 hour at a time at your stinking job. You happy now? You're making what, 950 a week at work, 4,000 a month after tax. You get 3 grand. You just got 18 grand handed to you right now on an option rate. To roll your options, to take $17 SoFis and turn them into 25s, or to take Rocket Lab $25 calls and turn them into $25 puts, turn them into $35 puts for Jan 26. Are some of you able to bring in $24,000 right now into your accounts from option writing? That's $2,000 a month for the next year. $500 a week, $12.50 an hour at 40-hour week. Just do the math. Do the math. That's what I do. Do the math. Can you bring in $36,000 today by writing additional put contracts? That's $3,000 a month for the next year. $750 a week. 37 and a half hour work week, $20 an hour. You just locked in $20 an hour paid to you. Money in hand. It's your money right now. You got that 36 grand in your account right now, and you can pull interest in on it at 5% is $1,800 a year. $150 a month in interest. Just to make this move. Click. Can you have a finger? Do you have a pen or a pencil that you can click with on your keyboard? Thank you very much. Welcome to the program, kids. The richest people on this planet are laughing, snickering, going, this is so dang easy. I'm going to be in my Gulfstream jet for the rest of my life. I'm going to have a new jet every 5 years. I can go anywhere I want, anytime I want, anywhere in the world. I can go to any sporting event, or I can go to any place on the planet and get away for a while. All thanks to the gamblers out there who are desperately trying to take $1,000 and turn it into $2,000. And they're not going to get it. Some will, but most won't. And they're loving life in complete luxury, being taken to their plane in a Rolls Royce, driven by a chauffeur. They get to where they're going, and they have a residence there. They go to New York and they go to their condo. They go to Monte Carlo, they have a condo there. They go to the French Riviera, they have a condo or a house waiting for them there, a villa. They go to London, they've got a flat. They go to San Francisco, they know a friend that has a flat. Who knows? They're in circles that we're not in. And they're at the highest end of the planet, enjoying life, doing the exact trades I'm trying to get you to do. Option lessons are waiting for you. You've just got to want it bad enough, and that's all there is to it. That's the only thing that's stopping you from making it. For those of you who are casually watching this old man rant and rant and rant, it is just a matter of, can you get off your fat ass and grab some of these classes and learn how options work? You're going to change your life. Completely change your life for the good, I believe. But you got to step up. I know. It is. Anyway, thank you all. Nice to have you here. I'm not mad, not angry. Am I grumpy? I don't want to believe that. Anyway, there you go. Thank you all for popping through here. I love you guys. Anyway, Splair, I'm out of here. I'll see you later. Have a good day, everybody. Brian, news on ASTS. I have no news. 1776. I'm wondering if the deal has finally closed out. I think it has. Their financing is finally closed out, and they're settling the trade out. And now it's a matter of awareness. I don't know. I don't care. I think this is an opportunity to write more cash secured puts on ASTS. Write the 20s for January 26. Write the 22s if you want. You can write 25s if you want. How much capital you want to put into this play? You can bring in some serious percentages on this deal and roll it over into many more if you wish. You can write 15s. Take a look at the chain. Get out there and grab some cash on ASTS. It's down 248. I don't know how long it'll stay here. Is there any more downside? Is the upside 25 and the downside 15? I don't know. We're at 1766. I think that there's some opportunity here, but you've got to be a special investor to be into ASTS because you really like this business, this kind of business. Fair enough. If you're more conservative, then maybe you'll do cash secured puts on something else, or you'll do credit spreads on something else. There you go. Giddy up. Welcome to the party, pal. Nice to have you here. We're up 63 on the Dow. We're down 15 on S&P. We're down 112 on NASDAQ. It's a nothing burger day. This is a nothing burger day where you can make tens of thousands of dollars in 15 minutes into your account. You can bring gazillions of dollars into your account in 15 minutes on a nothing burger day. Thank you very much. You have to be going, oh, thank God for these gamblers. Oh, God, these guys are great. I love the fact that there are tens of millions of these saps out there, and I am taking money off of these people like I can't believe. Do it. I don't know what you're waiting for. Make it happen. All right, that's it. I'm done talking. I'm just going to sit here and just look at you for a while. I'm going to wait for you to tell me how rich you're getting. I'm waiting. Is anyone making any money? Jen, I don't know. Does anybody listen to me anymore? Messenger's making money. 15 minutes, $1,100. Hector, neat. Don't forget that. Of course. Thank you all for joining me. I'm going to have a bagel, but I'm going to have it off the air. So I'm not going to smack in front of you today. Thank you all for being here. Congratulations, option writers. Congratulations, class takers. Well done. You've had enough of this mediocre, world out there. You go, no. I'm grabbing this. I'm going to grab this. Giddy up. By the way, Benjamin Miller, thank you. You grabbed a class yesterday. Well done, sir. And someone bought something here. Somebody bought a class today. No spin. Hey, way to go, no spin. Number 7, lesson number 7, rock and roll, man. Find the class that turns you on and grab it. I love it. Absolutely wonderful. Congratulations, all of you out there. Thank you again for all of you. Thank you, all of you who are messaging me and letting me know how you're doing through Hotmail and stuff. Appreciate that. Keep up the good work. Get richer, please. It's nothing personal. I want you all to get richer. And look at the knee emojis coming in here. Oh my goodness. Here they come. Ricardo, $9,000 last year. Boeing, neat. Andre De La Torre, yes, I'm getting richer. Thank you, Uncle B. Juan, last minute thumbs up. ALA, neat. Touch grass, thumbs ups. Andre, learning every day. Juan, neat. Andre, spreads are next. That's right. One after the other, you're going to learn how to make money in this market. BP, neat. There you go. Grab your fair share of the action. Put it in your account. Don't leave it in the billionaires' accounts. You take some of their money off their hands. Don't worry, they won't miss it. They're fine. Big E, neat, with a zzz at the end. I love it. Juan is here. Bobby Atkinson, thanks, Uncle Bruce. Have a great day. Snow Moon. James the Misty Tree. Splayer are going neat. That's right, kids. Rock and roll. Get richer. Get richer today. Not tomorrow. Today. Let's get on with it. Time is fleeting. How long have we got? I don't. Charlie, I'm liking the spread game, making most of my premiums there recently. Interesting. Charlie, neat. There you go. Well, it helps if you take the classes, and there's a whole bunch of classes to help you with spreads and rollover strategies and all the psychology of the market. You got to get going. Thank you all. I'm a little ahead of you on the experience department, so I'm trying to kind of get you to catch me. So come on. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day. Get richer. Jen and I will talk to you tonight. I'll be here tonight. Jen won't be here tonight, but she'll be around. But I'll be on tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern for Gold Bagel members. Join this channel. Become part of the family. Thank you all for your kind words and attention. Your donations, as always, you're the best. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern. Bye for now.